In the heart of Greek mythology lies a tale that has survived for thousands of years. The tragic story of Icarus. Daedalus, the brilliant inventor, and his son Icarus were trapped in the labyrinth of Crete, a structure Daedalus himself had designed to imprison the monstrous Minotaur. The labyrinth was so complex that no man could escape it. Yet Daedalus, determined to free himself and his son, turned to his gift: invention. With feathers and wax, he constructed 2 pairs of wings. He showed Icarus how to wear them and gave him a warning: fly neither too high nor too low. If you fly too close to the sea, the waves will weigh down your wings. If you fly too close to the sun, the heat will melt the wax. Keep to the middle path. That is where safety lies. Excited by the prospect of freedom, Icarus ignored the caution. Once they took flight, he was intoxicated by the thrill. Higher and higher he soared, feeling invincible. The sun's warmth seemed like a challenge rather than a threat. But the wax began to soften. The feathers detached one by one. Icarus flailed, powerless, as his wings disintegrated. He plunged into the sea, his ambition, his desire for greatness, becoming his downfall. The sea where he fell was forever named the Icarian Sea. His story became a myth, a timeless warning about the dangers of unchecked ambition. At first glance, the myth of Icarus seems distant, a fable from an ancient world. But in reality, we live in an era where this myth has never felt closer. Icarus's wings. Today, they are our careers, our social media profiles, our ambitions, and the tools we create to elevate ourselves. The sun, it is fame, recognition, money, and validation. The fall, burnout, exhaustion, disconnection, and in some cases, collapse. In the 21st century, ambition is celebrated like never before. Work harder, sleep less, grind until you make it. These are the slogans plastered across motivational posters and LinkedIn feeds. Silicon Valley glorifies the startup founder who works 100-hour weeks. Instagram celebrates influencers who seem to live perfect lives while secretly battling anxiety and depression. Like Icarus, many people ignore the warnings. We push higher, convinced that more success, more likes, more followers, more promotions will finally bring satisfaction. But often, the wax begins to melt before we even notice. The World Health Organization officially recognized burnout in 2019 as an occupational phenomenon. It is not simply stress. It is a state of chronic exhaustion, cynicism, and reduced professional ability. A 2023 OECD report revealed that 40% of European workers report regular job-related stress. In the U.S., Gallup surveys show 76% of employees experience burnout at least sometimes, and 28% feel it very often. Among Gen Z, a study by Deloitte in 2022 found that more than half feel anxious or stressed most of the time due to work and societal pressure. Burnout doesn't always announce itself with a dramatic collapse. Often it begins quietly. Trouble sleeping, loss of joy in small things, an endless sense that no achievement is enough. And yet many continue to fly upward, like Icarus, ignoring the warnings, until the fall is unavoidable. Why do we do this to ourselves? Why do we keep flying toward the sun even when we know the risks? Neuroscience offers one answer. Every time we achieve something, an email response, a like on social media, a promotion, our brain releases dopamine, the reward chemical. It feels good, but it also creates a craving for more. Just like Icarus wanted to climb higher, we want the next reward, and then the next. Sociologists talk about status anxiety, the fear of not keeping up with others. In an interconnected world, we are constantly comparing ourselves to colleagues, influencers, strangers. This is the modern labyrinth. We feel trapped by expectations, yet our wings of ambition seem like the only escape. The tragedy of Icarus is not just about ambition. It is about balance. Daedalus told him, "Don't fly too high, don't fly too low." But humans struggle with moderation. In Greek philosophy, this is known as the golden mean, the balance between extremes. Courage lies between cowardice and recklessness. Generosity lies between greed and waste, and ambition must lie between apathy and obsession. But in our culture, moderation is often mistaken for weakness. To fly in the middle sounds boring. Who celebrates balance when the world rewards extremes? Think of the entrepreneur who builds a company but sacrifices family, health, and friendships. The influencer who gains millions of followers but cannot sleep at night from anxiety. The corporate employee who climbs the ladder only to realize the view from the top feels empty. These are not isolated cases. They are our generation's Icarus stories. Elon Musk once admitted to working so intensely that he slept on the Tesla factory floor. There were times when I didn't leave the factory for 3 or 4 days. While he is celebrated as a genius, even he confesses to severe exhaustion. In Japan, there is even a word, karoshi, which means death by overwork. It is not metaphorical. People literally die from ambition-fueled exhaustion. The myth of Icarus is not a fairy tale. It is a mirror. The lesson is not to avoid ambition. Ambition is beautiful. Without it, we would never have art, science, progress, or dreams. But ambition without balance becomes a prison. Just like Icarus needed wings, we need goals. But just like he needed wisdom, we need boundaries. Are your wings carrying you to freedom or leading you to burnout? Do you define success by external validation or by inner fulfillment? What does flying the middle path mean for you in your career, your life, your relationships? The myth of Icarus is not about avoiding the sky. It is about respecting its dangers. The sun will always shine. The temptation will always exist. But if we listen to Daedalus's wisdom, we might find something even greater than the thrill of flying too high, the peace of flying steadily, the joy of balance, the art of ambition without destruction. So next time you find yourself chasing that next achievement, ask, am I flying toward freedom, or am I flying too close to the sun? This is the myth of Icarus, reborn for our time.